So I generally don't do this, but something came to light in Donald Trump's statement blasting Jack Smith's move to the Supreme Court. So, welcome to Law and Society, and let's dive in. So, I'm going to read you Donald Trump's statement on December 11th, 2023, uh, about the filing. Statement from Trump's spokesperson on deranged Jack Smith's filing in with the Supreme Court. Crooked Joe Biden's henchman, deranged Jack Smith, is so obsessed with interfering in the 2024 presidential election with the goal of preventing President Trump from retaking the Oval Office, as the president is poised to do, that Smith is willing to try for a Hail Mary by racing to the Supreme Court and attempting to bypass the appellate process. Deranged may need to be reminded that SCOTUS has not been kind to him, including by handing down a rare unanimous rebuke when the court overturned him 8-0 in the McDonald case, whatever that is. As President Trump has said over and over again, this prosecution is completely politically motivated. It is unprecedented. It is an unprecedented attack against crooked Joe Biden's political opponent, Banana Republic style. There is absolutely no reason to rush this witch hunt to trial except to injure President Trump and his 150 million, at least, supporters. President Trump will continue to fight for justice and oppose these authoritarian tactics. Well, I wanted to read that out loud first and then just break it down for you because he gives up quite a bit. He says that Jack Smith is trying a Hail Mary by racing to the Supreme Court and attempting to bypass the appellate process. Well, that appellate process in capitals. So why would he say that Jack Smith is racing to bypass the appellate process? And then he says there is no reason to rush this witch hunt to trial other than to injure President Trump and his 150 million, at least, supporters. First of all, I don't know where he gets 150 million because about 73 or something like that, 74 voted for him, while 84 million voted for President Biden. So I don't know where he's getting that 150 million number from. But then so 3 times in his statement, he refers to Jack Smith rushing and Jack Smith racing and bypassing the appellate process. As Jack Smith points out in his filing to the Supreme Court, the hearing that he needs expedited, similar to the Nixon case, was expedited by the Supreme Court because it is such an important issue, because it is so vital and foundational to our democracy. Number one. Number two, the idea that Donald Trump does not want this case to go forward is kind of antithetical from a defendant's standpoint, because the defendant, as our constitution says, has the right to a speedy trial. And here, the defendant is going against the speedy trial. But the Supreme Court and our jurisprudence has said that the public has an interest in the speedy trial as well. And here, Trump says it injures him and his 150 million supporters if this case goes forward in an expedited manner, when logic would dictate constitutionally and historically that having a speedy trial is in not only in the defendant's interest because he may be acquitted, but it is also in the public interest. And the reason why it is ever more so in the public interest here is because the information coming from the trial and the trial verdict will dictate how the American people see the facts of what happened in 2020, what Donald Trump tried to do, and if he's acquitted, that should also work to his benefit. That that is what a reasonable mind would say, but that is not what Donald Trump gives away over here. He wants it to be delayed. That is his core purpose. And he thinks that not delaying it is injuring him. And he adds 150 million supporters who I will bet you would be far better served by the truth coming out. And the irony of all of this is Donald Trump posts it on Truth Social, turning the meaning of words and going against the grain of logic and just trying to manhandle American jurisprudence with this statement. Not to mention his repeated statements of deranged Jack Smith. He can say crooked Joe Biden because it's political, but is deranged Jack Smith, who is the special counsel in this prosecution, really? I mean, is that okay? Does that fall outside of the gag order that has been reinstated? I don't know. That's something Jack Smith would have to decide at some point. But I suppose that it's on that line of political speech. I don't know how it's political to call him deranged, uh, but it goes to show you that Donald Trump will defy logic and give away what his core intention is, which is to delay because he wants to go through the election without the 330 plus million Americans knowing the truth about what happened. And the American people deserve the truth. So, with that said, I will end my stream. Thank you very much. If you are new, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.